Hi guys, welcome to the year 2025, and I'd like to welcome you guys again to Kizuri Farm. Thank you for following us and subscribing us as we go through the onion farming, as I teach you guys how I do my onion farming, as I go through my mistakes and as I learn new things in farming. Like this season I'm going to be doing some fruit trees. I have a few pawpaw seedlings here, dragon fruit cuttings. These are just a few that are not planted on the field, but I've done mangoes, oranges, avocados. But today I'm just looking at the nursery, and as you can see, my shade net is well put up already, 75%, and I've already leveled my nursery to a good flat level, and now I have spread my seeds already all over the farm. What you can notice on the beds, you'll see the edges are slightly raised, and there's a reason I do that, so that when I water, there's no runoff of the water, which sometimes tends to wash away the seedlings that are really small, and that's why I raise my sides. So I'll be taking you through how I do my sowing of the seeds, and the reasons I do my nursery like this. Over here I have my loose soil that I'll use to cover up the seeds that I spread on the nursery bed, and so I really put a thin layer on top because I really don't want a lot of weight on the seeds, because that will stress them, because they're really fragile and they really don't need a lot of weight on top, because that way you will get less germination. But if you do just a light cover, and also I'll explain to you why I use my mulch as old sacks, the sacks that you can see around. Those are the mulch. That's the mulch that I use, and the reason also is because of the weight, because I used old grass cuttings, and I realized that I maybe put a little bit too much on top, and so it like weighed down on the seedlings, and so I really had a poor germination rate initially when I started. But since I started using the old sacks, I have seen a very huge improvement. So I'll be taking you through a 3-week summary or compilation videos of what I've been doing in the 3 weeks nursery. I'll show you how I do my sowing. As you can see, I'm covering up the seeds lightly with some loose soil, and after this I will show you guys how I do my mulching and watering, and yeah. So guys, welcome and continue enjoying the video. So guys, this is the way I do my nursery, but next season next seedlings that I'm doing, I want to use the drips as in the nursery. So this, because I'm used to this one, I didn't want to try something new until I make sure these ones are in the field, because this season I'm doing 2 fields. These are the seedlings for the one field, the other field I'll use the drip, and I'll be showing you guys how I do that, because these ones normally use 250 grams of seedlings and they cover the portion which is almost half an acre. But I believe my drip lines are less, and that's why it does such a big area. But because normally 250 grams should do like a quarter or something, I believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong, write on the comments, and I'll look at it, because normally an acre is covered by 1 kg of seedlings. So after covering the seeds with soils, I now do my mulch with the old sacks that I've been using for some time. They are normally light compared to grass, and also they allow water to penetrate through, and also light to penetrate through. And I found out that I have a very good germination rate using this system. I was taught by actually my farmhand an year ago, and since then I've been using it. So after doing the mulching, we water the nursery well, and then from there we just hope that in 7 to 10 days time we'll have a good germination rate. But I believe we should have, because this I've been doing it for some time. And also ensure that you don't really soak your bed, so because of dumping off, it's a really big issue, and so you just do it slightly, and yeah, and I'll be showing you how I do it. So like 4 days in, I'm already checking how the nursery is doing. We've been having some rains in the area, so I've been actually not doing any irrigation or watering of the nursery. So I've just been letting it, when the rain comes, it does the natural watering. So I've been looking, and this is day 4, just checking how the seedlings are doing. As you can see, germination has already started here and there. And also, a thing with this mulch of sacks, you have a clean, neat nursery, because normally the grass cuttings, they leave the small pieces everywhere. So I just like it when you'll see when I remove the mulch completely how it will look. You see, this area looks so lovely. They have come out really well here, but I know in a few days most of them will be out, and I'll be showing you guys how they look. So guys, 10 days in, and this is how the place looks. You can see the germination is really good, but the place is really wet. It's been raining heavily. I'm afraid of dumping off actually, but let's hope for the best. But you can see the germination has started here and there. There are some small patches, but I'm sure they'll fill up because the seeds will continue popping, germinating. Another thing I forgot to tell you guys about the shade net. The shade net, when I said 75%, because shade nets normally vary. There are some which are 50%, 25%, and 75%. There are different percentages. That means that the amount of light they let through. Like this 75%, I believe lets only 25% light in. So the seedlings are really in good care, and especially in hot areas like the place I am in. It's a it's a semi-arid area, so it's really hot and dry. So you should, like, you can see the soil is already cracking up, and this is like the second day in already after the rains that were there. So you can see it's really important to have a shade net so that it protects the seedlings. Yeah, so ensure that you consult the guys who sell you the shade nets depending on the area you are, because if you're in a really cool place, you don't really need a dense shade net. That you need maybe the one for 50%. But as you can see, they are holding up. But I've noticed like here there's a few dead seedlings due to the dumping off I was afraid of. So what I'll do here is now I'll have to apply some fungicide just to make sure it doesn't spread and doesn't affect all the other seedlings. I've noticed a few patches here and there, and yeah, let's hope that none is really affected that bad. On this part of the video, you can see the seedlings are much bigger. This is like now a week after we removed the mulch. You can see then the shell of the seed is still on the tip of the onions. One thing I've noticed, I've not done any weeding because they are really gentle, because I'm afraid when I pull out the weeds it might also remove the young seedlings. But I think with this stage now it's okay, I can start pulling off. But now I should ensure that the soil is a bit damp, so that when the soil is dry, you'll notice that when you pull out it might come out with a chunk of soil, and that means it will remove some of the seedlings also, and you don't want to do that. So make sure you wet your nursery just slightly before, or you can be doing that when you water. Just after you water, you can do your weeding at that point. After this, now I'll be doing some nematciding and optimizer application. I did the fungicide when I noticed the dumping off, but now after I remove the weeds, this will be done in like a day. In the evening I'll do nematciding, which will protect it from insects, and I'll also do folio fertilizer, which is the optimizer, and that now I'll do, and actually you'll see a very big change as soon as I do that, because it takes like another 3 days and you'll see the seedlings have grown remarkably. So that's it for this video. See you in the next episode. Thank you for watching, liking and subscribing. Take care. Peace.